Wonders of Hungary. The Danube Bend, Hungary's timeless river landscape. Hungary is a land of breathtaking contrasts, where rivers weave through historic valleys, mountains rise above lush forests, and cities sit gracefully along the water's edge. To begin our journey, there is no better place than the Danube Bend, one of the most iconic and naturally beautiful regions of the country. Located just north of Budapest, the sweeping curve of the Danube River captures the essence of Hungary's scenic charm, blending wild landscapes with centuries of history. The Danube Bend is not merely a geographical feature. It is a living story carved by water over millennia. As the mighty river flows south from the Carpathian Basin, it twists dramatically between the Visegrad Hills and the Borzony Mountains, creating a scene that feels almost painted by hand. Standing on one of the many lookouts, you see the river shimmer like a ribbon of silver, its curves hugging green valleys and rolling forests. From above, the contrast of emerald hills against the deep blue water feels both peaceful and awe-inspiring. This region has long been celebrated as one of Hungary's most picturesque natural settings. The Borzony Mountains rise to the north, cloaked in dense woodland where deer and wild boar roam freely. In autumn, these hills ignite with fiery colors, gold, orange, and crimson, creating a spectacle that draws hikers and photographers from around the world. To the south, the Complies Hills complete the view, their limestone cliffs and leafy forests offering a dramatic backdrop to the river's endless flow. But the Danube Bend is more than nature alone. Nestled along its shores are some of Hungary's most enchanting towns and castles, each harmonizing beautifully with the landscape. The medieval fortress of Visegrad towers over the river, its ancient stone walls telling stories of kings and knights who once ruled these lands. At sunset, the castle becomes a silhouette against glowing skies, a reminder that nature and history here are deeply intertwined. Further down the river lies Esztergom, often called the heart of Hungarian Christianity. Its basilica, perched on a hill, dominates the horizon, its dome reflecting sunlight over the water. This blending of architecture with the surrounding natural beauty creates a vision unique to the Danube Bend. Neither cityscape nor pure wilderness, but something perfectly in between. The Danube itself is alive with energy. From above, you see fishing boats gliding across calm waters, while in the distance, larger vessels carry passengers slowly through the valley. On quiet mornings, mist clings to the river, softening the view into a dreamlike painting, while evenings often bring dazzling reflections of gold and purple across the surface. Wildlife flourishes here as well. Kingfishers dart across the shoreline, and herons stand silently among the reeds. The Danube Bend has inspired countless poets, painters, and composers throughout history, and standing on its ridges, it is easy to see why. There is a rare sense of harmony here, where water, mountains, and human presence coexist in balance. It is not simply a destination but a feeling, a tranquil escape into Hungary's timeless beauty. For travelers, this region is a must-see. Whether you are gazing across the valley from the fortress of Visegrad, walking riverside trails, or simply drifting on the current of the Danube itself, the Bend offers a panoramic showcase of Hungary's soul. It is a place where you do not just look at nature. You feel its rhythm, breathe its air, and carry its memory long after you leave. Lake Balaton, the jewel of Central Europe. If the Danube Bend is Hungary's timeless river valley, then Lake Balaton is its glittering crown, often called the Hungarian Sea. Balaton is the largest freshwater lake in Central Europe, stretching nearly 80 kilometers in length. Its vast expanse of shimmering turquoise water is framed by rolling hills, vineyards, and charming lakeside towns, making it one of the most enchanting destinations in the country. At first glance, Lake Balaton seems endless, a horizon of blue merging with the sky above. On bright summer days, the lake glows with a surreal, almost Mediterranean brilliance, its surface sparkling like liquid glass under the sun. Families gather along sandy beaches, sailboats glide gently across the waves, and windsurfers carve patterns into the water. But beyond its leisure and recreation, Balaton holds a deep natural and cultural significance that makes it more than just a summer retreat. The northern shore is defined by dramatic volcanic hills, remnants of an ancient geological past. Rising above the landscape are iconic landmarks such as Budapest Hill, a flat-topped basalt mountain that looks out proudly across the lake. Its slopes are covered with vineyards that have produced wine since Roman times, giving the region a rich legacy of flavors and traditions. Hiking through these trails, one finds breathtaking vistas where the sapphire waters of Balaton contrast with the deep green of the surrounding countryside. By contrast, the southern shore is flatter, with wide sandy stretches and lively resorts that attract families, travelers, and nature lovers alike. Here, life feels relaxed and joyful. Children splash in the shallow waters, music drifts from lakeside cafes, and sunsets transform the horizon into a canvas of pink, orange, and gold. It is this balance between vibrant leisure and tranquil beauty that makes Balaton unlike anywhere else in Europe. Lake Balaton also plays host to remarkable natural reserves. The Balaton Uplands National Park protects wetlands, rare bird species, and unique geological formations. Visitors may encounter reed beds teeming with herons and cormorants, or explore the Tychy Peninsula, one of the lake's crown jewels. Known for its lavender fields and Benedictine Abbey, Tychy offers panoramic views that stretch endlessly across the water. When lavender blooms in June, the entire peninsula is painted purple, filling the air with fragrance, a scene that feels both dreamlike and timeless. Yet Balaton's magic extends beyond its natural wonders. Scattered along the shore are historic castles, ancient ruins, and towns steeped in tradition. From the Baroque charm of Keszthely with its Festetics Palace, to the lively promenade of Siafok, Balaton combines cultural richness with natural splendor. Music festivals, sailing regattas, and wine tastings add layers of vibrancy to this region, ensuring that every season offers something unique. What makes Lake Balaton truly extraordinary, however, is the feeling it leaves within you. Standing at its edge with the wind carrying scents of pine and lavender, you feel both a vast openness and an intimate tranquility. The lake reflects not only the sky but also the soul of Hungary, a place where history, culture, and nature come together in perfect harmony. Whether bathed in the golden light of sunrise, shimmering under the midday sun, or glowing beneath a canopy of stars, Balaton is more than a destination. It is a living poem, written in water and stone, waiting to be discovered by every traveler who arrives at its shores. Budapest National Park, the Great Hungarian Plain. Stretching across the heart of Hungary lies one of Europe's most unique and breathtaking landscapes, Budapest National Park, a vast sea of grass that seems to go on forever. Known as part of the Great Hungarian Plain or Puszta, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is the largest continuous natural grassland in Europe, covering over 800 square kilometers. Here, nature and tradition merge seamlessly, offering travelers a glimpse into a way of life that has endured for centuries. At first glance, Budapest may appear simple, an endless horizon of flatlands where the earth kisses the sky. But the longer you look, the more alive it becomes. The plains shimmer in the summer heat, dotted with wildflowers, wetlands, and rivers that carve delicate lines through the landscape. Herds of grazing animals move slowly across the fields, watched over by Hungarian horsemen or sickos, who preserve a centuries-old tradition of herding and horsemanship unique to this region. The park is a sanctuary for biodiversity. Vast reed beds and marshlands attract thousands of migratory birds, making it one of Europe's most important birding sites. Cranes, herons, eagles, and storks fill the skies, while wild deer and rare gray cattle roam below. During spring and autumn, tens of thousands of cranes gather here, their calls echoing across the plains, a natural spectacle unlike any other in the world. Culturally, Hortobágy is a living museum. It is not just about the land but about the people who have thrived here for generations. The traditional herding culture is still alive, with horse shows, cattle drives, and displays of horsemanship that leave visitors in awe. The Nine-Arch Bridge, a stone structure dating back to the 19th century, stands as a symbol of the region, once a vital link for trade and travel across the marshlands. In the evenings, as the sun dips below the horizon, Hortobágy transforms into a painter's dream. The sky blazes with fiery oranges and reds before giving way to a blanket of stars, unobstructed by city lights. The silence of the plains is profound, broken only by the wind or the distant call of animals. Standing there, you realize Hortobágy is not just a place. It is an experience, one that connects you to the raw beauty of nature and the deep roots of Hungarian culture. What makes Hortobágy extraordinary is its balance between preservation and tradition. It is a place where humans and nature have coexisted for centuries, shaping one another in harmony. Travelers who come here do not just witness landscapes. They step into a world where history, wildlife, and tradition breathe together in unison. In every gust of wind, in every gallop of a horse across the grasslands, you feel the spirit of the puszta, the wild, untamed heart of Hungary. Ország National Park. Hungary's story is not just about castles and lakes, but also about the quiet, untamed beauty of its natural parks, where time seems to stand still. One of the most breathtaking examples is the Ország National Park, located in the western part of the country. Known as one of Hungary's most biodiverse regions, it is a true haven of meadows, forests, streams, and rolling hills that create a magical, untouched atmosphere. Walking here feels like stepping into another world, one where nature still rules and humanity coexists peacefully with the land. The park is dotted with traditional villages, ancient churches, and wooden watchtowers, but its soul lies in its open landscapes and thick forests, where birdsong fills the air and deer wander freely among the trees. Unlike the more famous attractions of Hungary, the Ország offers serenity and a connection to the country's rural roots. Fields of wildflowers bloom in spring, painting the countryside with dazzling colors of yellow, purple, and white. In summer, the forests are lush and green, with hiking trails weaving through groves of beech, oak, and pine. Autumn transforms the landscape into a fiery spectacle of red, orange, and gold, as the leaves blanket the ground in vibrant shades. Even in winter, when frost covers the fields and the streams slow into silence, the park retains a mystical beauty. What makes Ország especially enchanting is its wildlife. This region is home to rare species of butterflies, countless bird varieties, and protected plants that only grow in this part of Europe. Early mornings bring mist drifting over the meadows, while the distant sound of woodpeckers echoes from the forest. It is the kind of place where you can pause, breathe deeply, and feel the timeless connection between people and nature. Beyond its beauty, Ország tells the story of Hungary's resilience. For centuries, its people have lived in harmony with the land, practicing sustainable farming, preserving traditions, and building homes that blend seamlessly into the environment. That heritage still lives on, making it not only a place of natural wonder, but also a symbol of cultural preservation. In the grand journey of Hungary's landscapes, Ország is a chapter of peace, balance, and timeless beauty. One that reminds us of the importance of protecting these wild places for future generations. As our exploration of Hungary draws to a close, we step back to reflect on the incredible journey across this land of timeless beauty and boundless wonder. Hungary is not just a country marked on the map of Europe. It is a living story, a tapestry woven from threads of history, culture, resilience, and nature's breathtaking artistry. From the bustling heart of Budapest, where the Danube divides and unites at the same time, we witnessed a city that thrives at the crossroads of past and future. The glowing parliament building reflected on the river at dusk, the majestic bridges connecting Buda and Pest, and the quiet neighborhoods tucked away in cobblestone lanes remind us that Hungary's capital is more than a city. It is a reflection of the nation's spirit, enduring, evolving, and endlessly captivating. Venturing beyond the city, we discovered the country's soul carved into its natural landscapes. The shimmering waters of Lake Balaton, often called the Hungarian Sea, invited us to pause, breathe, and let serenity sink in. Its shores are not merely a place for leisure. They are a meeting point of generations, a timeless escape where the rhythm of waves carries stories of families, fishermen, and travelers who have stood by these waters for centuries. In the highlands and hills, ancient castles and fortresses like Eger and Visegrad remind us of Hungary's resilience against centuries of change. Their stones echo the footsteps of kings and warriors, their towers reach toward the sky, and their legends continue to spark the imagination of those who wander their grounds. Yet, alongside these fortresses of power, Hungary also preserves its roots in humble places like Haloko village, where tradition thrives in the laughter of children playing in historic streets, and in the songs sung by elders in traditional dress. Hungary is also a land where nature and heritage exist in harmony. The lavender fields of Tihany bloom like a dream, painting the land in purple waves as far as the eye can see. The rolling plains of the Puszta remind us of the nation's deep ties to the land, a connection carried by shepherds, horsemen, and farmers for centuries. And as the sun sets over the Danube bend, we are reminded that nature is Hungary's silent poet, writing verses in rivers, forests, hills, and skies. But what truly defines Hungary is not only its landscapes, cities, or monuments. It is its people, a nation that has endured empires, revolutions, and rebirths, yet has never lost its identity, its music, its language, or its pride. The Hungarian spirit is resilient and welcoming, deeply rooted in tradition yet open to the world. It is carried in the notes of folk music, in the beauty of hand-woven crafts, and in the stories passed down through generations. As we close our journey, we realize that Hungary is not just a destination. It is a feeling, an experience, a memory etched deep within the soul of every traveler who sets foot here. Whether it's the golden lights of Budapest shimmering against the Danube, the peaceful breeze over Lake Balaton, the fragrance of lavender and Tihany, or the echo of footsteps in medieval fortresses, Hungary offers moments that remain long after the journey has ended. This is Hungary, majestic, mysterious, and magical, a country where past and present intertwine, where every landscape whispers a story, and where every sunset invites you to return. Hungary is not simply visited, it is lived, felt, and cherished. So as the final light fades across this land of wonders, we leave with one truth. Hungary is eternal in its beauty, boundless in its spirit, and forever waiting to welcome those who seek its soul.